Empowerment is something that someone recognizes from within. It can be fostered from outside, but it has to be something that one recognizes. I have that myself, and I find it, and I'm going to use it.
Empowerment is being able to pretty much have confidence in yourself in a way that you can influence other people. It depends on the target group you have, but you're able to inspire kind of that inner strength in someone.
I think it's just the confidence that you need to have in order to be a woman and just to feel comfortable in your own skin, because especially at Lehigh, where it's very male dominant with the population, we're very outnumbered here, so I think it's important for us to feel confident.
I like to think about empowerment as a way for people to understand their ability to...
Okay, so I teach in the Women, Gender, Sexuality Studies program at Lehigh, and I've taught a variety of different courses: Women in Men and Contemporary Society, Social Context of Pregnancy and Childbirth, and of course on sisterhood. My area of expertise is a lot about motherhood studies, pregnancy and childbirth in America. My PhD is actually in English, and so literary texts, humanity focus has often been present in my classes, and WGSS is interdisciplinary, so we do a lot of sociological work, anthropological, as well as economic. I'm not teaching at Lehigh. Since I am an affiliate faculty, I spend the bulk of my time directing the Women's Center, so I'm working a lot with students. When I'm outside of Lehigh, I have two sons who are very active, and they're active in a variety of things, so I spend time driving them around a lot and waiting for them to get done with some kind of practice, music, or sports, which allows me to prep for class or grade papers, or also just watching younger kids helps me think about ways that gender operates, and I use a lot of those examples actually in my class, talking about what I see. This year, that takes up a lot of my time. I like to sew, I like to do embroidery, that makes me really happy, and I really like the sun, so even today, or any day when it's freezing, I like to be outside as much as I can. If anyone looks at the list of events for this week, they'll see a combination of critical analysis, education, dialogue, celebration, relaxation, and self-care.
In years past, it's been a very exclusive sponsorship of who's allowed to do women's empowerment, and I wanted to change that this year, which is why like IFC and Pike, they're male organizations that are getting involved with co-sponsorship.
On Monday we held a discussion about women shaming. To my knowledge, there were just as many men there as there were women there, and it went very well. And I think we got a really diverse group of people in that room who just, sat down and had a real conversation about this. And
we're having discussions that aren't just like, why do you need to be empowered? They're like actually things that are relevant to this campus, and there's a variety of different topics that are being discussed this week. So I think the discussions are hitting home a little bit more than they have in the past because they're more relevant.
Does anybody ever followed like a no carb diet or a super low fat diet? What happened to you? How did you feel?
You lose a bunch of weight, but then you can't move, and then as soon as you put a carb in your mouth, you lower it back.
Yeah.
The way that I think the week could contribute to change is because it has a really great combination of events and activities. Some are interactive, some are for listening, some are for learning, and everyone is at a totally different space on recognizing their own empowerment. And so with that wealth of opportunity, people can come in where they are or see where they might want to be, and then find out action steps to get to where they want to be.
Women in general face so much adversity both in America and in a global context, and it's not something that is often spoken about.
That too few women either see themselves as empowered to do a variety of things, or feel that they don't have the opportunity to do those things.
Women need empowerment because they need to know that, at Lehigh or in life, that they should be free to do whatever they want, to be whoever they want, both in, from my perspective, the fraternity, the sorority, MGC system. A lot of people want to or inadvertently conform to some sort of message.
And I think that's a culture on this campus too, with it being a predominantly male population. We are taught to feel inferior and that we shouldn't have confidence and we shouldn't feel empowered to do whatever we want.
Men are some of the most crucial people who can empower women. I think there's kind of this stigma that women need to empower other women, and I think that men showing their support is really helpful towards that, because I think one of the most important things and one of the worst things that a woman can feel is that she is at the mercy of men.
You pretty much have men supporting this movement, and I think that helps it a whole lot. It's just as beautiful if you just have women, but when you see the men standing alongside you, helping you in all the events, and just the message that you're trying to get across, it really makes the point that this is to empower women, but it's more beautiful when you do it together as a whole.
It's that 3 days is when it becomes ineffective. The ELA, though, again, the prescription one, effective up to 5 days, so 96 hours instead of 72. So again, something to think about if you're at that 3-day mark and you're concerned, maybe checking in with Health Center to get the ELA prescription instead. So.
They need moments to be able to say, no, wait a second, I got this. I know exactly what I'm doing. I understand how I want to do it. I understand how I want to go about achieving what I want, and I'm going to do it, and that's all that matters.
Seeing it sooner would be terrific, and I think that the men at Lehigh, the young men who are students here, need to be part of that process.
And I think that it's really important that the people around these women and making sure that they are being the best women that they can be, that they are proud of the people that they are, and that our sororities are filled with not 100 members of the same personality, but 100 individuals who are empowered.